Hello, welcome back to our channel.
Podcast. Today is episode
5.
The big 5. Wow.
And it's going to be a short one because we have work in approximately
1
30
hour.
minutes.
We have to be at work in an hour, and we have to still do
we have
something
a big
before we get there.
weekend. It's just like, it's Friday today, but you're listening on a Tuesday. I hope you're having a fantastic week.
I hope you are. The almost last week of Lent. Technically, the last
It's
week
Passion
of Lent.
Tide.
Guys
We're on the
are-
downward slope, people.
Hope you guys are having a good week, and this week we don't have that much to catch up on because
Nothing much happened.
It was an exam week, so most of our time we just spent studying. We slipped in a couple hobbies here and there when we could, but yeah, mostly
I've
just
been
studying.
really taking Lent to just grind on reading, knitting, still working on the dress, slow and steady. But mostly we just spent this week on the turf in the sun, memorizing anatomy stuff, and then took our big anatomy exam.
Which, pray for me, because we still don't have our grades back. When you see this, we still won't have our grades back. And I don't know how well it went. So
Yeah, honestly. And
it's also April Fool's Day this week. And
April Fool's Day. Something happened to me which was an April Fool's from God or something.
yeah.
I was going to the bathroom. I had my phone in my back pocket, and my phone fell in the toilet. Okay, pee phone. Disgusting.
And it was just like so hilarious because we were kind of in a just not bad mood, but just like a stressed mood all week, like really high tension, not really cracking a smile. We were like really locked in for our exams.
Because we had an exam and we had a big paper to write for our other subject,
which was just super annoying. But so we were kind of just like in a locked in mood, and then that happened, and we both just started like cracking up laughing.
I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And then I told Em about this at Disneyland, and she was like, "April Fools! You're April Fools me."
She's like,
"This is not."
She's like, "No way." But on that note, also about like April Fools or pranks from God. We've been noticing a lot of little godwinks, is what Emma called it, where it's like not exactly a God mo because it's not like
Big.
Wow, it's not like wow, God really just did that for me. You know, that's kind of what a God mo is. It's just like a weird coincidence that's not a coincidence. It's just like this can't be happening right now. What the heck? And one of the things that happened like that this week was we were across the street. There's this guy who's been listening to music out loud all day and whistling to it all day.
Oh my gosh, this is so weird. This is so weird.
This kind of ties into our episode theme of pet peeves because it can get under your nerves when you're writing a paper.
Very, very niche pet peeve, okay? A guy across the street whistling 2 songs all day long.
And just literally blasting the songs like it's in our room. But anyway. Okay, I just ruined the story.
You just ruined the story. We're cutting that out. Okay. Start now.
So, we were on our way home from school one day. And we were listening to just random Taylor Swift songs on
literally
shuffle.
just put shuffle. Yeah, Taylor Swift.
And then Stay, Stay, Stay by Taylor Swift plays.
What's the last song to play?
As we're coming up our street. So we're parking, and that song, it's not finished yet. We turn off the car. And we open the door, and the guy across the street who's been playing music is playing Stay, 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 and it's at the exact part that we turned off on.
I'm not sure if it was like the exact same part, but it was pretty close to it. It was crazy. It was like a seamless.
It was so seamless that I was like, looked at Chell and I was like, is it still playing? And we just shared a glance, a shook moment of, we took
what
pause.
Is happening. And that's what a godwink is. It's just like, what are you trying to tell me about this weird thing that just happened right now? Like, what are the chances that this guy's listening to this song at the exact same time that I just turned it off? It's just the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, another example of a godwink is that every single time we go to Disneyland and we're in line, us and Emma, you know when they call you up in the line, they're like, how many in your party? Every single time when it gets to us, they stop it. They stop their line.
Without fail.
And wait for the next.
Every single time.
Every single time.
It's crazy.
So now we've come to expect it, and it's just a little joke with us and God.
It's a covenant with the Lord.
So yeah, look out for godwinks in this next week. But yeah, we don't really have much to catch up on.
Yeah, I guess it's time to proceed into our topic, which
is
also pretty short. I'm just letting you know this episode altogether is going to be pretty short.
And today we're feeling like haters. So
yeah, last week we were nice, gushy, mushy, soft and fuzzy with our core memes. This week we're getting aggressive.
and we're doing, the topic here is, hate is a strong word, but so just little pet peeves, things that
pet
irk us.
peeves, things that bug, things that I'm just totally against, but not like big controversial issues, just like personally my opinion. Just disclaimer, these are all my opinion, okay? Don't take it too seriously. Also, obviously I don't hate anything, okay? How can I call myself Christian and say that I'm hating on things?
It's more just like things that get our goat, if you will.
Things that get my goat.
So I'm gonna start. We also prepared these separately, so we're gonna be learning them. Even though I already told you a couple of mine, but
I think mine are kind of weak.
Some of mine are very, very niche, where it's like you're gonna be like, what? It might be just a me thing, but the first one, I'll start with something, a pretty universal experience. I feel, that can be especially annoying for us knitters. When I'm wearing a cardigan, perhaps a hand knit cardigan, and I'm walking out of probably the bathroom, and it catches on that on the little door hook.
Oh, yeah.
And then you like get ripped back and just have a moment of like,
shame.
I look so dumb right now. And you just have to keep going about your business like
nothing ever happened.
It's especially infuriating when you're wearing a hand knit sweater, because you're like, I know that just snagged something and pulled out probably a thread that I was hiding. My next one is also niche. When you're working out, actually, I don't know if this niche. This might be a universal experience. I was talking about it with my brother, so maybe we all experience this. When you're working out, and maybe you just ate, maybe you didn't, maybe you literally have an empty stomach, and your stomach starts gurgling as you're doing some side planks, some ab
jumping
exercises, some especially like ab exercises when I'm doing like side planks or something.
And you can hear it like,
and you can hear it just gurgling. It's like gaslighting me into thinking that I'm gonna barf or something, that I feel
stop
sick.
working out.
It's the worst feeling. It makes me feel so gross.
Oh, this is a good one. Saying sure instead of yes or no.
Oh.
When I ask a question, I'm asking you, and it's when I'm asking you something like I'm offering it. Like, do you want some candy? Or do you want to go here with me? And you say, sure. I wasn't on my knees begging you. Okay, you don't have to come. Like, I don't really care that much. You don't need to take this candy. In fact, I want this candy for myself. But why are you saying sure? I'm your like slave or something. It's weird. Say yes or no. It's a yes or no question.
Yeah, I can relate to that one. Okay. When I close my water bottle and the water leaks all over my hand, I got it in a wallet because I thought this wouldn't happen with it, and then I got a faulty cap, so now it just leaks all the time. Not just when I close it, all the time. It's always leaking on me. It's a struggle.
I think this one might be just a me thing, but it's actually very relevant for today because I just did it. When I clip my nails, the feeling of what my hands feel like.
This is a very interesting one,
and they're super short and just like, I hate that
I actually love that feeling. So this is a difference between us.
So comment down below what you think about the feeling after you clip your nails, like when they're really short like this.
Actually, it makes me feel so fresh whenever I cut my nails. I like that feeling. When people eat off your plate, that's so annoying. That's my pet peeve. When I have like a nice meal and I have like, I've seen many of fights break out in this house from this happening.
Yeah.
Where you have like even just like a bag of chips or something, and someone just comes over and like takes some chips, and you're like, if you would have asked, I wouldn't have cared. But the fact that you're just coming over and taking them, it's like
not okay. That's not okay behavior. Okay, my turn. When my printing is super bad, which is all the time. My printing is one of my pet peeves. Like, when I focus, I can make my printing look really good, bubbly, just perfect printing. But most of the time, I'm just trying to write my notes out, and then I look at it, and it just, that feeling where you're just like, rage? That's what I feel.
I never get that. My printing is ugly, too, but I've just resigned myself, so I never get the frustration.
Your printing is, like, cute ugly, and my printing's, like, chicken scratch. One time, when we were little, Bella... He's out of the blue. Nothing. We were really little, okay, so excuse her behavior. But out of the blue, we were just like doing some coloring in our coloring book, and she was like, she drew out a chicken a chicken like foot and put a scratch and put, yeah, look, it's your finger. I was like, okay, that was a very out of pocket.
I remember this wasn't a personal jab because I didn't know she was so self-conscious about her printing. Okay. Something else. Hate is a strong word, but I really, really, really don't like going to bed dry. Not getting in the shower, not having my hair wet. Even when I don't wash my hair, I wet my hair.
Which is probably not good for you, but I don't really care because I need my hair.
Not having like at least 4 pumps of lotion on each leg. Like I need to be, for lack of better words, moist when I get into my bed.
Honestly, one of my pet peeves is saying that moist is an annoying word. Like,
yeah,
I'm completely chill with the word moist.
Everyone made it like a thing to say that moist is such a gross word or something. It's like, what?
Okay, I feel as though this is a universal experience and one that we all need to work together to improve. Eradicate, exactly. Hate is a strong word, but I despise people front walking me very slow.
You don't like people walking slowly? Unbearable.
Okay? Why are you... This is also applies to driving. Why are you getting in front of me and walking super slow? Disneyland. Why are we strolling through the park like we have nowhere to go? Okay? I can see that you can see that the Guardians line is 120 minutes. We're all trying to get somewhere, you know? Why are we walking so slow? Pick up the pace. Okay, walking is made for getting from point A to point B, unless you're on the sidewalk alone.
Okay. Another thing we need to work together as a society to eradicate. The culture.
Oh, this is one of mine too. This is going to be shebang.
Yeah, okay. The culture of Tate McRae. I'm sorry.
And Sabrina Carpenter and just normalizing.
I'm sure they're great as people. I'm not hating on them as people. Yeah, their personality, whatever. I don't care.
I've never met them.
But just the whole thing of getting on stage and being in your chonies and being just gross. Just outright gross.
And normalizing it as if it's normal.
As if it's okay and cool is... Oh my gosh. This is a controversial one. I said we were going to get controversial, but it's just like...
Stirring the pot, sure.
It's just like, really? These are our options nowadays? For
like... Back in the day, you could go to concerts where you weren't going to get scarred as a child.
Yeah.
You know? Like I
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift concerts. Now, even Taylor Swift is doing it now. Which,
yeah. I'm like,
we're
not going to talk about that.
but, like, I would go to Taylor Swift, One Direction. All those were okay to see live. Now, kids have to go to concerts, and then the performers are coming out and being like, it's not my fault that your 8-year-old daughter is getting scarred by me. Don't bring her to my concerts. It's like, why are you making your concerts explicit? It shouldn't be a thing. It should not be normal.
And just that whole everything.
I'm sorry, I'm very passionate about this.
I have to actively not interested every time I see any of those people, Sabrina Carpenter or Tate McRae, on any of my pages, because I know that there's going to be something inappropriate and weird in that video. Even if their songs are super catchy and good, I can't support that.
And to go along with that, while we're on this train, hate is a strong word, but I also very, very much dislike the infiltration of adults into reading, and perverted adults, might I add. Like Colleen Hoover. Just books that have no substance and have just gross stuff in them.
Well, we really said we weren't going to get deeper controversial, but that's
definitely stirring the pot. Okay.
Also, like, just reading in general has become such a... it's just... that's not... it's just not right. Like, there's some things... Like, for me, I read because, A, I want to enrich my mind, and B, I want entertainment. Not just one or the other, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like either people are flexing about how they're reading this really
self-help
pretentious
or classic,
or they're reading a book solely for entertainment and just, like,
and
enjoyment.
Worse.
And it's like, okay, but that's not... Like reading a book
books,
that's basically a movie, does that even count?
Yeah, the rom-com books, which I have enjoyed a few rom-com books, making sure all of them are clean, of course. Like, I've gone into the habit where every book I'm about to read, I go into the Goodreads, and I search in the top tab of the reviews, like, clean
or other just...
spicy, just to make sure, like, this does not have any bad scenes in it. It's ridiculous. Because of the infiltration of BookTube, and all these adults are getting into the young adult genre and making it not young adult anymore. Now it's explicit content going into kids' books. Middle grade books even are starting to get like that. It's just not okay.
and you're never safe. I used to go into the library and just pick
Same
up
thing
a
with
book
shows and
and
movies.
read it, and it would be fine. Now I have to highly censor everything I pick up to read.
Mind you, most of the stuff I get is from the kids section.
Mind you, yeah, but just the perversion of kids. Okay, this is getting too deep, but like,
I'm sorry.
let's see if I have any more light ones so you can get off of these. Oh, when I take off my Uggs and my socks come off too, and then my feet are shivering. Like, okay,
but
I want to take off my socks.
Also, sometimes I'm wearing my Uggs, and as I'm walking, my socks are just slipping off my feet.
Mm-hmm.
That also bugs.
I think that comes with just like when you have your socks for a long time and wash them a lot, and they start to shrink and they don't fit you as well.
Brushing my teeth. The worst 2 hours, 2 minutes of my
It is a strong word, but I really don't like brushing my teeth. Every single time
I know I'm going to be a dental hygienist when I grow up, but that does not mean I have to like brushing my teeth or flossing. I don't remember the last time I flossed. But that's another topic. Okay, I'm exposing myself. But
especially brushing your teeth because it's just something you have to do every day. And
every day, twice a day, 2 minutes. And just vibrating in your mouth.
Loud. You can't even listen to like something to get it past the time because
it's vibrating your whole brain.
Yeah. It's terrible. Okay, let's see. Oh, when you are writing with your mechanical pencil and you get it to be the perfect little frequency, the perfect little
that's such a good one.
It's giving you the perfect handwriting and making you really get in your zone of writing notes, and then it breaks. Or you click and it doesn't click up anymore and it's out and you have to pull it out.
Or you switch slightly, like you switch the side a little bit, turn it a little bit, rotate, and now it's all dull. And you're like,
and it's like giving you scratchy writing.
Wow, it's basically winding down for me.
Yeah, I feel like we might be almost done. It's almost time for us to go. So
my last one is fixing instead of feeling. Just let me complain for real. Okay, I'm not.
This is a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah, this is a good one. But also, this needs some help from myself. I need to stop complaining so much. But honestly, when I'm trying to vent, I'm not trying to get you to solve my problems. I'm not trying to get you to tell me why I shouldn't be venting.
Mm-hmm.
Just let me complain. I know I shouldn't be complaining. That's
you know what I want? God. I want a good. That stinks.
Yeah, that stinks.
That's the worst. Yeah.
The lead singer of Paramore once said, "Just let me cry a little bit longer." I'm not gonna smile. In fact, I don't want to. I feel like New York Minute.
For us, the famous Canadian professor Avril Lavigne once said, and I quote, "Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated?"
Okay. You get that reference?
Maybe I'll put it in.
A real one.
We're gonna have 2 references in this video.
Oh.
That one guy was
also Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant just being an absolute hater.
You said, I believe you are a walking pet peeve, in that you have a lot of pet peeves about human behavior.
Yeah, I'm an angry little man.
Yeah.
That's the energy
we're bringing.
Yeah, that's the energy we're channeling today. You can channel that energy too. I give you permission to be a hater in the comments. Yeah. Tell me what's your pet peeve.
Anything just gets on your nerves.
Unless it has something to do with me that I don't want to hear.
Give it to yourself.
Okay, should we go through a couple just like little...
Oh, because we can't leave you on negativity.
Yeah, so we're going to have a little thankful gratitude session.
Moment.
A little favorite section just to end off this episode.
Okay, my first favorite is Louisa May Alcott books. I love them.
So inspiring.
So inspiring, especially during the season of Lent. They're just moral tales that inspire you to be good without it being like,
yeah, boring.
Like we just should be so good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just
because it's real. It feels real.
Yeah, it feels like a real life
genuine.
Story.
Yeah. I have some just like,
and they're also very entertaining.
I have some little favorites like, we recently my mom recently got out her green plates, and they just make every meal look more pretty.
Yeah, we eat on them for our lunch and our dinner.
They're like jadeite or something plates, and they're so pretty, and they're like spring vibes. They match our kitchen, and every meal that I put on it, it just adds that extra touch. Also, to go along with that, we got a new Keurig, and it's shiny and silver and so cute, and I love using it, even though I only use it like once a week. I just love looking at it in our kitchen. It's so cute.
And also, one thing that has highly improved my life lately is staying after Mass for 15 minutes. If you're Catholic and you attend Mass, you probably already do this. I feel like a lot of people do this, and we are the outliers.
We used to leave right when Mass is over. Like, the priest walks off the altar, and we're out of there.
We're out, yeah.
But then for Lent, we were like, we should try and do Thanksgivings after, stay for 15 minutes and pray.
Yeah, it's not like we wouldn't do any Thanksgiving at all. It's just we wouldn't stay after Mass for it. And now we're just putting aside that extra 10, 15 minutes to just silent prayer, just listening, not saying any, like, rosaries, not busying. Sometimes I'll get out a reflection book for, like, the last 5 minutes, but... But just that moment of peace before you start the hustle and bustle of your day is really great.
And even if it's like in the middle, sometimes it's in the middle of the hustle and bustle where we're like start homework and then go to Mass and then do more homework afterwards.
It really
and it's
recenters.
Just, it really recenters you. Gives me just so much peace and like quiet time. And it's nice because it's become kind of like a non-negotiable in my day where it's like, okay,
if I do nothing else,
I have to stay for 15 minutes and just sit in quiet. And that really, really improves your life. Another Thanksgiving, obviously, is just the season that we're having right now. Spring, but also Lent. Yeah. That combination is so powerful.
Which I think, honestly, we don't get to enjoy that a lot of years because sometimes Lent ends so early that spring has barely sprung before Easter comes. This time, we're getting the full April to enjoy spring, so it's a very unique feeling of just being like, I'm detached from everything, but spring is still here, and I get to enjoy nature and reflect in that way.
Yeah, and really be united with God through this beautiful season. And just to go along with that, just sitting in the sun, applicating, you know how we love that. That's definitely on my gratitude list for this season because I'll be like doing homework in my room just so cooped up, and then I'll just go and lie on the grass and be like, oh, it's the best feeling.
Also, I just thought of one that I'm thankful for, just our skating course, which we mentioned a few podcasts back. We're learning how to ice skate, and we're really getting somewhere. We're starting to do backwards skating, crossovers, things like that, and it's just a fun little break where I forget everything and I'm just...
And it's only 30 minutes, which is skating. It's perfect for me, because it's like...
You get there.
It's just a little reprieve.
And then I'm just so focused on skating, I forget all of the worries of exams and everything, and then,
That's just like a little thing to do to bring joy and hugely into our lives. I think we're gonna have to wrap it up now. We have to leave for work in about 10 minutes. So
thanks for joining us. You got to see our more aggressive, argumentative side that you've never seen before. So hope you enjoyed it.
hope your feathers weren't ruffled, but maybe I actually hope they were.
Leave some comments, leave some likes, some dislikes.
whatever to spark the engagement.
Okay, subscribe, please, and please comment.
Please comment. We love the comments. We read every single one and laugh and have a little conversation about every comment.
And every subscriber we have a conversation about that. Also, every subscriber we lose, we have a moment of silence. I'm not even joking you. Every time we lose a subscriber, we're like, oh, someone unsubscribed.
I'm like, that's so mean.
Which I understand, okay? This content isn't for everyone, but I hope it's for you, and I hope you stick around.
So, yeah. Thanks for watching.
Bye!